Yo, good morning. It is a beautiful day, day 2 at SEMA, and we are with one of our favorite people in the industry.
Well, thank you.
Mr. Mel Craig. He's always got a smile on his face and waiting for waves to hit, man.
A big wave hit last night. But
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
We won't go into that.
Wave shirts
Oh, yeah,
there
yeah,
you
we
go.
got the wave
Catching
shirts
some
on.
Yeah.
waves.
Had a great day yesterday. A lot of fun. Oh, yeah. It's a great day.
That's
awesome.
good. Yeah,
So-
we had a lot of fun yesterday. We bounced around. We did 16 different podcasts.
Yeah, I saw
with
you
different
yesterday.
people.
Yeah. Having fun.
Yeah, so it was great. We had to come by you.
I think the two busiest guys in the industry.
Well, we're
tried.
just trying
We
to have
tried,
an
but-
impact and make it fun while we're doing it. So
you know what? I'm watching you guys on social media, and to see you get involved to the level you're actually getting involved with all the events. I mean, really, that's what the industry needs. We need more people to open the doors to what's happening out there. And you guys are actually helping make that happen in a big way.
Well,
I mean, for us, I look at it like, hey man, these guys are rocking the industry because guess who capitalizes? You know, all of us.
Everybody does,
All of
right?
us. Yeah, we all.
Everybody is. There's so much. There's so many opportunities and so many things and so many directions you can go between the different types of. I mean, we say automotive, but you're talking motorcycles, boats, RVs, ATVs, industrial. It just you start rattling off the number of things, and every time the industry comes up, the aftermarket comes up with a new thing. It's a new opportunity. I mean, you could make a living off of just doing boat trailers. You could make a living just off of wheels. It doesn't
Chris
matter.
West, right?
yeah.
So, oh my God,
Chris West, he developed this amazing product. And
Solution Finish.
Solution Finish. Not big shout out to Chris. He was here yesterday, and he gave me a big shout out. So right back at you, Chris. But what Chris did is he created a product, and some of the students that have been through my entire master class, the one thing they grasped onto was Solution Finish.
Yeah.
For gosh sakes, they drive around in a small car. They carry several bottles of Solution Finish with them. And what they do is they've made a complete business out of just restoring an exterior plastic trim.
Exactly.
And cars are coming out with more and more plastic. And let's face it, the manufacturers, if you're listening out there, manufacturers,
more
no more junk.
Yes,
Put some
that is
actual
it.
paint on the freaking car.
Let's get some paint.
A car needs more than 2 mils.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm talking directly to you, the big three.
Well,
Paint
and that's
the
why
damn car.
PPF. That's why PPF is having such a huge explosion,
And
why
Revivify.
Revivify.
Yeah,
and it's been amazing to watch you come on board because Revivify is a different coating.
Oh yeah.
Right. So let's talk about Revivify because you've come on and made a splash.
When I first started, you guys, 5 years ago, and so many people, we all know you become a leader and you also become a target.
Yes.
And I don't know why, because I've had a great reputation in the industry for doing the right things.
Yeah.
And so people just automatically thought I must have lost my mind. Mel Craig is selling snake oil.
Yeah.
That can't be, that doesn't work. He must be lying. He's being deceptive. And look at today. Look at today.
I love your...
Rennie congratulated me. System X came over to congratulate. Peter came over yesterday to say thank you very much for that. You do, Mel. You're unreal. We're all in this together.
Yes.
It's funny because at the top level here, all of us, distributors or manufacturers, you don't see us hating each other.
Right.
We're on the high level here. We're in this together as a team.
Yeah, exactly.
We're all in this together to try to build the industry. And I hate to say it, so all you knucklehead detailers out there, just forget the ego, put it aside, and we're working together as a team to build something great.
Yes, that's the thing.
And that's how we have to look at this industry.
Yeah, and I think that's the problem and both the solution, if you think about it. The problem is the egos and trying to bash each other, and the solution is just to stop that from happening.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason for it. If you come out with a great product, you know as well as I do, anytime you produce a product, that within a couple of years, somebody else is producing a competitor.
Right.
Because you know why? It's a good idea.
It's a good idea.
If you produce a product and nobody tries to produce it, you might have a bad idea, but everybody's doing it. And for some of us that are a little maybe more mature in the industry, we've been doing this same thing, building software for over 15 years. When we first started doing this, nobody was out here.
No, people thought we were loons.
The people that are telling us we're crazy
it's
have
like
software.
And now
so
look,
it's like,
look.
it's
Everybody has
okay.
a software package they want to offer.
It's crazy.
So ours is better than yours, and yours is better than theirs.
So with Revivify, let's talk about how people get a hold of it. What is the channel that they go to? How do they get a hold of some?
How do they get trained?
Well, one of the things I did is I made it really easy. And actually, we all know that a lot of bad things happened during COVID, but a lot of great things happened
Yes.
during COVID.
Yes.
You know, when Karen and I first launched Revivify in 2020, you know, it's a pretty big buy-in. I mean, there's a lot involved in becoming the U.S. distributor. And, you know, all of a sudden we're watching news and overseas countries are being shut down. And we're thinking, oh my God, what's going to happen in the U.S.?
Yeah,
And sure enough, all of a sudden they're saying, hey, the U.S. is starting to shut down. We were panicking like, oh my gosh, you know, we've just made this huge investment. We're trying to grow this company and what's going to happen? Well, look what took place.
Yep.
It ended up where the detailing industry, our industry in general, really smoked. It
Yeah,
really
yeah.
took off big time.
Yeah.
So that was a real propelling shot for me to grow the company. But we were still shut down. So people couldn't travel for traveling
Right.
to
For
go
your
through
training,
and
right.
everything. So I called our Asian partners and I said, hey, look, here's my idea. Let's come up with a training video because everyone is still going to town working like crazy.
Yeah.
But we have this issue. So I started an online training program and it worked. And
That's
it worked.
awesome.
It was a 35-minute video that really was robust, very comprehensive. In fact, a lot of my guys tell me to this day, it's the best coding training they've ever had. And so that online program really worked.
That's
so
awesome.
after COVID ended, here's my theory is why should we have our guys have to spend money on travel expenses, airfare, hotels, food, be a week away from their home or a couple days away
Out of
from
their
home,
business,
and they're shut down for a couple days. So I said, look, let's just keep with the video training. And that's how simple I've made it.
Yeah.
So you go through a training program, it's 30 minutes long. Yeah, at the end of that training video, because I want to make sure as the president that everybody watched the training, they understood the content, they got it. They take a 30-question quiz. After that quiz, they hit submit. We send out their sample kit, and they're ready to go.
Yeah,
That's
And
awesome.
so the beauty of that is the way the world is going. The world is going to that level of things. Technology, we can transfer billions of dollars that fast in the world. I purchased a car from Boise, Idaho, in Kentucky. Online.
Oh, yeah.
I never even saw the car in person. I saw pictures.
Was it new or used?
It was new.
It was brand new.
Oh, yeah.
So
Brand
took
new.
possession of it. They delivered it to me. Done. And I literally, the first time the sales guy talked to me, he's like, hey, see you in person finally.
Oh, yeah.
So you can do that. You can order online. You can do all these things. We all use Amazon every single day. So the key to that is taking advantage of that part of it and then being personable and in person in your local area.
Well,
you need to be the guy or the gal in your area that takes it on, right?
Well, one of the greatest things that you just said is support.
Yeah.
And so in addition to the training being really good, I've got a staff of people that I've trained over these past 5 years so that no matter what you need in support, we're there for you.
Gotcha.
It's more than just sending a bottle out to somebody.
Yeah.
I don't care about the bottle. I care about the success of that individual. When you think about training and the responsibility, I think we shared on this last year.
Yes.
The responsibility that we as manufacturers and distributors or trainers, we have a responsibility to that person that says, hey, Mel, I trust you. If you're going to put me into this product, is it going to work?
Yes.
Is it going to hold up? Are my customers going to be happy? Yeah. Am I going to be able to feed my family and pay my bills? And really, that's how we have to look at it in the training industry. And in addition to the training, after the training is done, we have to have support.
Exactly.
We have to have people that they can pick up the phone. Look at this. Some of these guys are out there at 7 a.m. starting a car. Yeah. Well, remember, it's 4 o'clock in the morning.
4 o'clock your time.
At Huntington Beach. Trust me, I'm not even getting up to go catch a few waves yet.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, don't call me at 4 a.m. So I have to have systems set up. So that guy is standing there. He can't do something because he's stumped.
Right.
Something's wrong. He can't do it. He's like, Mel. I need support. I need help right now.
Yeah.
I'm on the car. And we need to have a support systems built in when we train to give those guys that type of support. So they can go on and make a living and have success. Their wife and kids, their bills, that's what they're depending upon. And our job in this industry as leaders is to give them that support.
Right. And I think that is the one thing that is absolutely universal, no matter what product you're looking at in this industry, in the industry of automotive, motorcycles, RVs, it doesn't matter. It is the support after the fact.
Yeah.
That is one of the things that sets Jody and I aside, is that people will, we were outside doing a podcast. My phone buzzed in my back pocket. I answered it. I had a phone call from a big customer on the way in here. I got another one set up in half an hour. It is because they get my personal cell phone. And people keep going, man, you guys must be really low on staff. And I'm like, no,
we got 13
staff.
employees.
It's that they want that personal touch.
Sorry,
they want me to answer that question, and that's okay.
You know what's funny? I'm glad you said that, because one of the things that makes me so proud of my applicators, my base of applicators all over America, is that they can't believe that I answer the phone.
Yeah.
And I say, who else did you want? Well, Mel, I just know, I didn't know you were going to take my call. You're going to help me? I go, absolutely. Let's do FaceTime. Let's do a Zoom call, and I'll walk you right through whatever it is. Because when you have access to the leader, that shows that leader believes in everything that he's doing. I'm not pushing him off to somebody else. Now I am busy. Yeah. A lot of guys say, hey, Mel, I don't want to bother you because you're too busy. I want everyone to know that all of us presidents and distributors and all these big shots, none of us should be too busy, because the applicators, the guys that are out there putting these products, Revivify on cars, they're revivifying cars. They're my lifeblood.
Right.
Yeah. And I have to be there for them.
You have to be
and that's
there.
what, like,
That's
if
my
Jody
job.
and I are at a training, we have people to support us. And that's the key, is they'll take it in a heartbeat. It's like, hey, I'm busy, no problem.
Yeah.
So
I got you.
We've talked to, I mean, we're out here and we're in Las Vegas. We're from Idaho, and I've talked to 3 or 4 of our staff members on different questions while we're here. And one of them emailed us this morning before I even got out of bed and told me he was taking care of something. Yeah. So that is the key, is having good people and having good products and having the support and the relationship with the people that are doing stuff. And that's where I think that you come in, because you're like one of the industry leaders from way back of even doing this, of getting podcasts out there and trying to get information out to people. A lot of people ask us why we do this, and it's for exactly what we're doing. It's getting this situation, getting the information out there.
When you guys called me and said, hey, we want to do it again this year, man, I'm so honored. I'm proud.
It's fun, man.
It makes me feel so great that, oh my God, 2 guys like you say, hey, Mel, you're still in there. We want you on the show with us.
Well, yeah, we know that people don't understand that we are the old guys are going to take it over.
Oh yeah,
we're there, baby.
What do they say? I wear this shirt all the time. Old guys rule.
Old guys rule.
And that's, I think,
especially on the waves, man.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Except for when the shoulder starts going out a little bit.
Hey man, you just gotta get out there.
So I want to hit on one thing that you mentioned, because I think one of the things that small businesses struggle with is something like 2020 hits them, right? And they get paralyzed. And you pivoted. And I think a lot of businesses, if they could learn how to pivot and look for opportunities to do things differently, that expands opportunities for them. Yeah. And that's exactly what you did with Revivify.
I got to tell you, in the business world, we're all businessmen, and we all have to know, there's no doubt, it's not if you're going to hit a wall, it's when.
When.
Yep.
Yes.
And when that wall hits, it doesn't matter what it is. Man, you got to pull your bootstraps up. You've got to that's when you become the dynamic businessman. That's when real businessmen rise to the top, because they're stressed. The amount of responsibility put on their shoulder increases so much that they either walk and fail, or they pull their bootstraps up and run and win.
Right.
And you can't turn your back on adversity. It's going to happen. And when it does, you can't turn away from it. You got to face it head on, take responsibility, and run. And get it done.
And I think that
don't be the painstaking endeavor of trying to dance around adversity. It's going to be there, and you got to hit it head on and make it happen.
Yes, and I'm looking. I noticed we got a comment.
I'm sure we got tons of comments, man. We've been going so many days, man.
This is I have Revivify 5-year self-healing on my car right now.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
I want to talk about that, because I love your videos, right? Because a lot of times detail business owners say market to other detailers, right? And there was a video not long ago, you had a customer in, and Revivify had been on that car for like 5 years. And he's like, you're like, man, look how good. And he was still going, yeah, man, this thing freaking looks amazing.
Yeah, our job, in the industry, we got to learn to quit marketing to each other.
Yeah.
There's no money in that. That's not what, really, the consumer needs to be educated. We need to bring the consumers are getting frustrated. because
Yeah.
they don't know what to believe anymore.
Right.
And
Right.
so we really need to teach the consumer what is right, what's wrong, what works, what doesn't work, because they're really truly looking. I think with Revivify, we've accomplished that, because I spend my marketing dollars to really market to the consumer.
Right.
Because the way I look at it, if I win the consumer is going to walk into the detailer store and go, hey, I want Revivify
Right.
on my car.
That's the
and
thing.
that's
And
how
I-
they
and I-
win, we win.
Just
Yeah.
in the same vein, we've got to stop bashing each other, because that's where the customers see that. If you don't
They
think your
see it.
customers go online and look at the detailing industry and go, wow, not that guy or not that gal. So you got to understand that, it's like my mom used to say, if you're not willing to show it to your grandma, don't show it on the internet.
Yeah.
I don't need to know about all your personal life and who did you wrong and all that stuff. It's like a country song every day flashing in front of your eyes. So everybody's got to take a step up and realize that if we want the industry to flourish, we all have to allow the industry to flourish.
Yeah.
We have competitors, we're friends with them. We have people that have seen what we've done, and they go do it, and it makes us better. It makes us stronger.
I got to say this too, because you and I talked last year about doing something together.
Yes.
And I'm going to go on record right now, because now it's time.
That's awesome.
It's time.
I'm
we
excited.
We want to talk about helping you guys and helping you guys help us. So I think there's some synergies there
That's
that we
awesome.
can put together
Absolutely.
and really help make a difference.
Well, we're excited. I mean, we love the Revivify brand,
yeah.
and it's like, and I love what you're doing. I love your passion. I love the Huntington Beach podcast. I actually watch
like
that.
it? Yeah.
I'm not even
absolutely.
from Huntington Beach,
Oh, yeah.
but I watch it.
Look,
because
there's
I'm a
Volkswagen
beach
buses
dude,
and
so-
all kinds of cool stuff.
You
I
know,
don't know if you know or not.
Don Ramsey and I are kind of big names in the Huntington
Yes,
Beach
yes.
community. And, when I first started thinking, do I want a podcast? Of course, I was thinking about our industry.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what? You guys are killing it. I'd
Oh,
rather
we're
help
having
support
fun,
you guys.
man.
And I said, but I still want a podcast, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm semi-retired, so I want to have some fun. So I still want a podcast. I said, well, if I'm not going to podcast in the car care industry, what am I going to do? So I called Don Ramsey. Hey, Don. I got all this equipment.
Yeah.
What do you think? Let's do a podcast.
Yeah, it's been fun. I love it. You listen to it. It's
Seriously,
fun, so.
it's one of those things where, like, when I started out my life, I started out in a Volkswagen restoration shop. We used to slam bugs in Idaho.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes,
It was one
he
of the
did. When I first
restoration
met him,
shops
he
in
did
Idaho,
that.
slamming bugs to the ground and rebuilding engines, and then we did Baja racing and all that. So when I see that stuff, and I'm like, man, it's still alive and well. We still have two Volkswagens
So my beautiful wife Karen, one day she said, honey, I want one of those buses. And I grew up in
Yeah, I had a 66 bus,
Yeah,
a
so
VW bus.
we all have those stories,
yeah.
right? And I said, they're a dime a dozen. Let's go get you one. No problem.
yeah.
It took us about 3 years to find her bus.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then, of course, we had to restore the whole thing.
Yeah, they're hard
And, of
to
course,
find.
it's revivified.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And
So
it's a
they're-
showpiece. We take it to all the shows and stuff.
Absolutely.
And, the ironic part is I bought it for her. And to this day, it's almost impossible for me to get her behind the wheel and drive it. she's like, I'm used to the steering wheel like this. And the bus is like, yeah.
I went to high school in a 67 microbus that would plow snow. And we still drove it, man. The snow is peeling off the sides, and you got to love it.
That's funny,
You know
man.
what? We always have fun when we're here. If you guys are in the West Hall, come down middle of the hall, literally right in the middle, about the last third of the row. And
55429.
55429. Come talk to Mel.
awesome.
Come talk to
I'm here.
Karen.
I'm here all day. I'm one of those guys that everyone tries to get me to go look at the other booths and stuff. I never leave my booth. I'm here for everyone that wants to see me.
That's awesome.
And I know that if I leave for a minute or two, what happens is I miss somebody who really wanted to say hi to me.
Exactly.
From other countries or whatever. And I don't want to miss everybody. So I'm here. I'm here all day long, every day until Friday.
Right.
Well,
And like-
thank you so much for
thank
letting
you.
us
We
drop
really
in.
appreciate
Oh my
it.
God.
Guys, please go out, like, share, and subscribe. We're going to be doing more of these throughout the day.
That's
We're
right.
on a mission to set a world record of the most podcasts.
Wow.
It's
Yeah,
a
it
self-proclaimed
may be a
world record because we don't even know if there is
Hey,
one, but
whoever.
we're doing it.
Last year we did
I'm
34,
supporting these guys
so we're
big
trying
time.
to do 40.
So
So
we're gonna do
anyway,
at
you
least
guys
40.
have a great
Road
day.
FX all the way.
That's right.